What's up guys, Fred here. In this tutorial I want to show you how I created this stunning artwork. Just look at that. It's me in the fridge and there's an alien standing and trying to pick what should he eat next. And obviously it's my head, and I also have some brains in the fridge, so it's looking pretty cool. This artwork actually performed really well on my Instagram. It got almost twice more likes than other artworks, that's why I decided to create a tutorial for this one. But before we go into the tutorial, I have great news for you. I'm giving away one of my premium Photoshop classes for free. So as you know, on my website learnfromfred.com, I actually have tons of cool classes, like how to create glitchy artworks, how to create animations in Photoshop, how to create 3D animations, and so much more. And if you want to get any of those classes for free forever, all you need to do is very simple, okay? I have a new YouTube channel where I'm going to post cool sci-fi short movies. Those are going to be my first ever movies. All you need to do is subscribe to that channel and send me a screenshot on my Instagram, and I will send you a free class. It's not a lottery. Anyone who subscribes and sends me a screenshot is getting a free class. With that said, let's go into the tutorial. So first of all, I had to make the images, and as you can see, this is the first image. It's just me looking into the empty fridge. I also emptied, as you can see here, 2 places, here and here, because I knew I'm going to add something here in Photoshop. And this guy here, I'm going to replace him for an alien, and it's me, by the way. I also have to make different images of me. So for example, here, as you can see, I'm naked, I'm just looking straight, and the reason why I had to do this is because I was planning to cut my head. So for example, if you look in the artwork, here's my head, and I decided to make the image naked because I thought maybe I want to include my body as well, but I didn't. So anyway, let's go into Photoshop. So it all started with this image, but as you can see, the original colors were completely different. They are not blue. I had to go to filter and camera raw filter in order to edit the colors. So for example, here we see camera raw, and here what I did is, as you can see, I made it really blue. For example, I can make it really orange or really blue, and I made it blue because I knew I'm going for an alien theme, so I thought that blue is going to be nice. So I'm not going to show all of the things that I did here, just the main stuff. So adding some blue colors, increasing vibrance. So next step was to add the alien head, and for that I actually used a plugin called Pixelsquid. And if you go to Pixelsquid website, so let me just show it to you. So here you can actually get, you know, hundreds of pretty cool 3D objects, and you can rotate them and place however you want in your Photoshop. Unfortunately, the site is paid, but you can use the free version. Just the only difference is that you will see Pixelsquid watermarks on every object that you use. So for example, if I want to add this thing here, I don't know, whatever this is, you can see it's pretty cool. I can rotate it, and then the object itself is also going to rotate. Let's see, boom. Let's actually do it like this, for example. As you can see, the object is also rotating, I can move it, and so on. I will be giving away 1 free month of Pixelsquid in one of my next videos, so check out my next videos if you want to get 1 free month. I don't need this, obviously. So here what I was searching for was alien, and alien head, and this is the head that I got. I think it was this one. I just had to place it here. I had to rotate it so that it looks into the fridge. So something like this, yeah. So once it was here, I had to blend it with my head by just using a mask and blending it with the body, as you can see. But also I need to remove my head. So what I did here, I actually had an image of an empty fridge. So this was the image, not empty fridge, but without me basically. And I just added this image on top of me, and just use simple masking to get rid of the head. For example, this is the image without me, and if I just use mask, and boom, now I can replace only the head, and that's exactly what I need. Next, I wanted to change my clothing, and for this I just used patterns. So just some pattern fill, and here we can go and choose different types of patterns that we want, and so on. And the way I make it blend with the t-shirt basically is just using color dodge blending mode. So if it's normal, it looks bad, but if you go and try to select different blending modes, it's going to look good. So now we can see that the neck is obviously weird, it's not the same color. So what I did here is just simple hue saturation can solve the problem, and we can just see that, for example, here I have only the neck selected, and I just lowered saturation down, so as you can see, colorful, not colorful, and voila, now it's a gray, exactly what we need. Just playing with colors for the t-shirt, basically again hue saturation, and voila. So next I added this type of brain element here, and the way to do this, again, I was using just Pixelsquid, and if I just search here for brain, I will get different human brains, and all I did, I just inserted one of the brains. This is how it was. I basically inserted it into the head. I changed the blending mode to pin light, and also added hue saturation to make it green. And yeah, a little bit of masking, because as you can see, the edges are pretty sharp. But if I just do a little bit of masking, now the edges are really soft. So now we can obviously see that the alien is standing out from everything else. So I had to blend it in, and basically I have to make him also bluish. So what I did, first of all, I added a color balance here. And as you can see, if we go here to shadows, we can see that I made the shadows really blue. And also the same goes to highlight. I also made highlights really blue. And now it's blending much better. But that's not all. I also have to make it a little bit darker. So I just added brightness layer, basically making the brightness lower, and now it's blending pretty well. Now let's go on and see what we have inside the fridge. Wow. So it all starts with my head. So this is basically an image of me which I cut, and I only had here the head. And as you can see, I'm really sad. Obviously I'm sad because I'm in the fridge and only my head. So yeah, pretty bad situation, right? I thought we were friends, but he decided to eat me. So anyway, next step, I have to find this type of glass, and again for this I used pixels. So I just used a jar, I think. I searched for jar. Yeah, I searched for jar, and as you can see here, we can see different types of jars. Oh, here we go. So this is the one that I picked, and this one is actually pretty simple. All you need to do is you just need to import the jar here and place it like this. But the thing is that you also need to make sure it blends well. So basically in our case, it needs to be under these cells. I don't know what are these things called. And this is how it originally looks. As you can see, obviously it doesn't blend. So I had to just use masking, and as you can see, I had to go and mask every single spot here one by one. Next, I place another jar and just again some brains. And obviously every time you do this, you need to pick the right angle in the Pixelsquid. So basically you need to rotate the object so that it looks more or less realistic. Now, I didn't really like the bluish colors, so I added a little bit of pinkness and violets. And as you can see here, I just, if you just go and play with color balance, you can always get something cool. So for example, here I just played with midtones. As you can add a little bit of reddish, magenta, and a yellow. Next is to make the fridge shine bright like a diamond. So basically what I did here is, first of all, we just need to add a simple solid color, and that's what I did, simple yellow color. But first of all, the blending mode is not normal. The blending mode is overlay, which makes it light up. And also obviously I used mask. So this is without the mask and this is with the mask, so as you can see, it's only inside the fridge. Now, one of the last steps was to make the edges of the fridge darker, just to keep focus here and not here. So I just added brightness contrast layer, just making this place darker. I know right now you look at it and wait, this is weird, why do you have these things here? Well, because I'm going to cut the image anyway, guys, relax. So next step was to select everything that we have here and then click that button and convert to smart object. Once it's done, you would get one object, and here as you can see, I cut the image, so now we are only closer and we only see the alien and the fridge. The last thing to do was to use again camera raw filter. So filter camera raw, and obviously in camera raw filter you can play with colors however you want, but one of the coolest thing is that, so I just want to show you something very cool. So if I go here to details, and let's just look at this. Here we have two beautiful things, noise reduction and color noise reduction. And when I bring it to 100%, look what's going to happen to the image. What? It looks like it was drawn. Look at this. You see? Giant difference. Just look at this. So for example, if I bring noise reduction to 0, as you can see, it's very noisy, but if I bring it to 100%, wow! It looks so much smoother and so nice. We can also play with color noise reduction, which is going to make it even smoother, but yeah, maybe this is too much. If you think it's too smooth, you can always go to basics and add some texture here, and voila, magnificent. So anyway, after playing with colors, with noise reduction and with texture, this is what I got. This also performed pretty well on my Instagram. So as you can see, 2600 likes, which is more than my other posts. So looks like people really liked it. I'm giving away one of my premium Photoshop classes for free. So as you know, on my website learnfromfred.com, I actually have tons of cool classes, like how to create glitchy artworks, how to create animations in Photoshop, how to create 3D animations, and so much more. And if you want to get any of those classes for free forever, all you need to do is very simple, okay? I have a new YouTube channel where I'm going to post cool sci-fi short movies. Those are going to be my first ever movies. All you need to do is subscribe to that channel and send me a screenshot on my Instagram, and I will send you a free class. It's not a lottery. Anyone who subscribes and sends me a screenshot is getting a free class.